I don't think he's too easily overawed, and gets on with it. He realizes if he puts the darts where he wants, he can win it against anybody.
Yeah, clearly he isn't. The way he dispatched of Michael Smith last night. And some big moments in that match, particularly there was a 1:15 finish, which just
77.
kept him in control of the tie, and he closed it out convincingly to set up this tie with Michael van Gerwen, and he's got a chance to level early here. And does at the first attempt. There's no pressure on that tops, but good leg from Jim Long. I'm assuming you were in him, John.
Just a bit.
140.
I don't, it sounds, you make it sound so like a rare thing, though. I have to protect our integrity here.
137.
Good visit from Michael, but a good leg again from Jim here.
Super stuff. Double 14 for 2-2. Jim Long as cool as you like.
100. Michael requires 48.
So almost certainly going for 16 and the double.
Fantastic leg. Michael van Gerwen.
And he has that little buffer, Michael van Gerwen, and he's been patient. Credit Jim Long.
Oh, that's an aggressive first dart, and he's really attacking. Needs them all, gets them all. He's on to finish first. He's going to need another 2 of those treble 20s, though.
140.
Good last start again. And despite that 180, it's still a big ask for Jim Long, and he can't find the treble. So van Gerwen looking at a 3rd consecutive leg, and going 1 away from the semi-finals.
Yeah, and a different double to win a leg with. Double 14.
We've seen it hit by Jim Long, and we've just seen it hit by Michael van Gerwen. Look at that reaction. He knows that was big. Jim Long was waiting to pounce. 3 consecutive legs. Out of 1-2-1. 1-2-6 may have to go. And providing he stays in the 19, wow.
Harsh dart. He was really after the double 6 and kept that weight for the treble, and it ended up costing him instead of just settling for maybe a dart at pull.
You've got to get the fundamentals right, and he'll be disappointed.
106.
He's still return.
112.
Michael van Gerwen, though, this, but yet another 6-2 victory. Tops to win it in style, and he does win it in style. A big performance from Michael van Gerwen. Credit Jim Long. He was competitive early on. He took the scalp of Michael Smith, but he couldn't take the scalp of Michael van Gerwen. Michael van Gerwen is the first man through to the semi-finals. He wins.
Perfect. Can he follow? Bullseye for the 170 in Madison Square Gardens.
135.
Well, that could
Dimitri Rigor, 167.
look like a 10. 15 to 35 remaining. I was just about to say it could be a happy accident, but he's still got some work to do. And there's a bit of pressure. Cross has got to tidy his 35 up.
35.
Double 16. That's the problem dart for him. He's covering a bit of the bed. Going to have to go over the top of it. And does do to perfection. And you can see from the reaction how satisfying that is.
Game on.
If he has got a
Vandenberg waiting and hoping, and he's going to get a chance. Sarcastic applause from Rob Cross.
89.
Haven't seen much of that in this game. Dimitri, 20 segments. It's the bullseye for the Belgian. And he is a whisker away.
That had a chance. It felt good when it left his hand. This ain't easy. We saw Dimitri finish a leg on double 2 on a 7 combination earlier. Rob Cross needs that same double and gets that same double. In control, 5-2. Vandenberg missed a data ball for 4-3.
He's looking pretty sharp on that 18 segment, Dimitri Vandenberg.
And that reaction tells you he still believes.
Well, he'll look at the scoreline and feel annoyed because he doesn't look like it's been a 5-2 game. He'll feel like he's been as good as Cross for large portions of it.
But there was that, you made the good point there, that 3-leg spell where Rob Cross restricted Dimitri Vandenberg to no darts at doubles.
He's got one here.
Yeah, for a big finish, a 1-5-2 for Vandenberg, just inside. It may be his last start here at Madison Square Garden. Cross should get one of the ball to cap off a fine display.
For the best leg of the match, to make it the final leg of the match. Rob Cross defeats Dimitri Vandenberg by 6 legs to 2. He'd win some, he'd lose some. He was good, he had promise. But lately, there's a lot more wins than losses. And it's happened to everyone that he's gone up against, including Michael van Gerwen.
Well, in his earliest days, the earliest versions of Price, he had troubles on the doubles. He had to learn how to wrangle that creature.
How about wrangling this 1-2-1? Luke Humphries misses double 14 for 3-0 and a double break. But he will come back.
Yeah. 91. Luke record 14.
Double 7 to really get a firm grip on this game. And that is beautifully done.
And plenty of people calling out his name in support there.
Full flag, Luke to throw first.
Sort of strange, Dan, how it's evolved. The game has changed. In the earliest days of televised darts, the norm was one match in a day, and that was what you're used to. And if you had to do more than that, it was really off-putting. Now it's quite the reverse. If you only have one match on a day, it's hard to get settled.
60.
Whereas when you have multiple matches in a session, they can really get their game going.
Beautiful dart to leave tops. And Gerwyn Price does get his first leg on the board, and it is against the darts. He is averaging 103. But that has only just got him on the board in terms of leg.
Many more matches, well, semis and finals. Only one of them can continue on. They're both teasing it.
Luke
47 to see off for 5-2. Oh wow, that's 30 scored, 17 left. Double 8s. Well, hitting the double instead of the single has cost him a dart there for the leg.
32.
Well, yeah, and 1-3-2. Most pros pretty comfortable with that idea. Wasn't able to get the needed setup though.
Tidied up. There's the marker. There's the double. And there is a 5-2 lead. Luke Humphries playing in only his 3rd World Series event.
But I always thought that way back in the earliest days of playing in the PDC or anywhere. I mean, why act all happy and surprised because you hit a 180? That's what you're trying to do, right? You just did what you meant to do. So that should be okay. Job done.
It's your job. Get on with it, in the words of Roy Keane.
Some players use that approach, and other players, they like to get into the head of the opponent a little more, or even just pep themselves up. There's a lot of reasons to do things, celebrating and attitude-wise on a dart stage.
There is a battle on the board. Well, he can do what he likes. Price isn't down to a finish. Does that affect his route? It does. He goes on the 20s. And that will do. That will more than do. Luke Humphries, who has lost 7 games on the spin to the Iceman Gerwyn Price and never reached a World Series semi-final, could be about to break both of those streaks with double 16. Double 12. takes it out and takes out Gerwyn Price. Cool hand Luke Humphries is through to the semi-finals, where he will face either Nathan Aspinall or Canada's Jeff Smith, who are coming up to complete the quarter-finals here at Madison Square Garden.
Looking to bounce back from the early disappointment in that opening leg. Down to a finish after 9 darts again. Jeff Smith at the back end of the year. Qualified for the World Championship by winning 4 matches. Went clear ready today. Lost out in the first round, but that prize money kept him on the tour. He may have a same battle again this year.
Well, it could be said, nothing is really easy for Jeff Smith ever. I mean, he started the day where he needed to reel off 3 consecutive legs to get past Jim Long in the quarterfinal at the North American Championship.
Look at the 2-leg lead on a double he's very comfortable with, as he's illustrated already in leg 1. He's done it again in leg 2. Back-to-back legs to start the match for Jeff Smith.
That is so close as that, it doesn't sound so close, but it's a 4-month competition, the Premier League, and that is so close to actually getting to that final night. It is heartbreaking.
Yeah, he competed throughout, and even on the last night he had to beat Johnny Clayton and then beat Gerwyn Price, and just ran out of steam against Price. But gave it everything, as he does every time he steps up to the hockey. This was the double. Well, this section of the board that cost him the opening leg doesn't cost him this leg. He's up and running.
4th leg, Jeff to throw first.
Well, he recovers from those false starts, if you will, or false darts, and still gets a big score in and pressures Jeff here. Oh, can he hold throw with a big one?
Can't find the second. 94. Get tricky. Generally the players now, John, just attack the treble 18. They don't play the percentage 25, 19 up. That seems to be the way. A couple of double 19s.
38.
Work out for Nathan. For Jeff to restore the 2-leg buffer.
This has been so good. So good, Jeff Smith. You know, we've talked about having a great first start. Now double 10, double 5.
70.
Probably thinking I'll be back, but it's getting a little sloppy.
You say that, John. Well, he is going to come back. Obviously didn't like the line of the treble 20.
And you don't see many switches off the treble 20 in that scenario these days. I mean, that's the old school way to go on that out, is to go down for the 16s.
Aspinall does get the double 5 and a big show. Bit of relief there.
Jeff to
relish going for the double 5, and obviously the consecutive leg. And he's going to get a go at it. He didn't find a big treble when teeing us up in the previous leg.
138.
Another one then. Smith now looking at 120. And it needs to go.
They've both been threatening on bigger outs than this. I have a feeling some of these are going to start to go in this match and really decide it.
Brilliant finish from Jeff Smith. He's been very efficient on double 18, but that was, yeah, and look at that from Nathan. Bit of class from Nathan Aspinall. He was waiting on 32, but Jeff Smith still, with that advantage of the breaker throw, leads 4-2. He's 2 away from the semi-finals and his 4th win of the day.
Opportunity and tried too hard instead of letting them just fly from his hands as he has. Like these darts. Wow.
140.
I'm glad he remembered that he didn't need a 180. I was mesmerized by those treble 20s.
It was needed a 180 and expected it. There's so much space for Aspinall to get within 1 again. He's hanging around, he's digging in. Typical Nathan Aspinall. See that little re-grip again. And again.
And it's got to be frustrating. One night you don't miss a double at all. The next, it's the biggest chore you can have. But this sort of scenario is good for him.
No score.
He was smiling before, he's not smiling now.
98.
He's in real danger now, Nathan. And Jeff. An argument to stay there. Well, look at that. Brilliant from Jeff Smith, and again, that double 18. You feel like he hit it with his eyes closed. 5-2, a double break. And a memorable day for Jeff Smith. Could continue, he's one leg away from a clash with Luke Humphries in the semi-finals. And tonight, he's missed 9. And he's been made to pay for all those misses. And he's fighting back here.
140.
The 1-2-4 may have to go.
24.
Sometimes the doubles are a little easier at the end of a combination, even if it's a bull.
88.
And Jeff Smith.
It
It might be worth not going for the treble and just getting a couple of 20s. Let's go. Because double 18 seems to cert. Well, he's got 2 at double 8. For a place in the semi-finals, and Jeff Smith continues this fantastic run. He'd never won a game at the US Darts Masters until this year. He now finds himself in the semi-finals. We're guaranteed a new finalist on the World Series as he takes on Luke Humphries in our final semi-final. Massive performance from Jeff Smith, the first man to beat Nathan Aspinall in the US Darts Masters. He's won by 6 legs to 2. Won 4 overall World Series of Darts finals as well.
96. Robbie require 170.
Well, leaves himself on tops after 12 darts, just as Rob Cross did in his opening leg on throw. But Cross, if he finds another there, could break with a bull. Can he reel it in? He's nodding. He likes it. He loves it! 170 finish from Rob Cross, who is bang up for this.
The leg is Rob to throw first.
The focus from Rob Cross, the reaction from Rob Cross. It's early on in the semi-finals, but it could be a big moment.
Vitally important that Cross doesn't let Van Gerwen extend this lead.
He's doing a pretty good job here in this leg, Rob Cross.
59. Robbie require 122.
Still averaging close to 110. It's not as if he's played poorly, but he's lost 4 legs on the spin. That run needs to stop. 25 scored, leaves 97, so he can do this in 2 darts. That's the first bit. And that's the next bit. Rob Cross closes the gap. This semi-final isn't over. He throws a roadblock up in the way of MVG, but Van Gerwen still has a narrow advantage.
Record-breaking crowds this year, and it's only going to get stronger as the tournament continues.
133.
Gets the next best prize there, Rob Cross. Sets it up well from 149. If he wasn't going to take it out, that's what he wanted. However, another miss at tops for MVG. He's missed his last 2 darts at double. He's only missed 3 in the whole match. But Cross has been so consistent on the scoring, so good. MVG is having to be almost perfect on the double.
Missing on that side of the board again. Nod of the head. Big dart for Rob Cross. He's worked so hard to get level. Yeah, it just didn't look comfortable on any of those darts. And Van Gerwen to lead again. Struggling on tops, chasing doubles. And he makes a mess of it. It's all getting a little bit edgy in this 9th leg. No room for error here for Rob Cross.
Double 1. That's a good start to this visit. because he can work from there and find the double, and Rob Cross leads for the first time since being pegged back to Rob Cross. Can he conjure up a bit of magic? Not on this occasion. And Cross is going to go to that 18 segment that so often serves him well. Can he find the treble and get 2 darts for a 6-4 lead?
For a 4th consecutive leg. Should be minimum a dart at the ball. Just needs to stay in the 18 segment. He has done. This is big. He's hit a ball for a 170. But this would give him the opportunity to throw for a place in the final. Maybe just took a little too much time. Van Gerwen. Which way will he go? 10 for tops. I thought he'd switch because he's been struggling on tops. Needs this. And can't convert. It's unravelling for Michael Van Gerwen.
Robbie require 36.
For a 4th consecutive leg to go within 1 of the final. Rob Cross is in charge. And Michael Van Gerwen must win 3 legs on the spin, 2 against the darts, or we will be guaranteed a new name on the trophy here at the US Darts Masters.
Good recovery from Van Gerwen. It may be his last darts. Is it going to be a spectacular finish to book his place in the final?
Another, and it looks inviting. But he cannot follow it. But Van Gerwen has left an awkward double 13.
26.
And 4 to go inside. Big moment for Van Gerwen. He gets there just about. Sigh of relief. Recoups one of those breaks of throw. Needs to hold. 6 darts to send us all the way. 16 gets it and tees it out. And double top hasn't been his friend of late in this match.
Likely require 40.
Interesting from Cross. Maybe irrelevant. And is, because it will be a 1-leg shootout for the final in New York between the 2 former world champions.
Those legs after the break, he had opportunities that have been hard to take. But it's Rob Cross who's first to a finish. He's already had the biggest finish of them all in this match. He may have to take this 1-6-7.
139.
It is a brilliant final leg from Michael Van Gerwen. He's on a potential 11-darter. But Rob Cross could shut the door. To win it in the most sensational fashion. He's already had a 170. Can he take the 1-6-7?
So close. What an effort from Rob Cross. But this isn't done yet. There's some serious pressure on this for the 3rd consecutive leg and to book his place in the final. And Michael Van Gerwen completes the turnaround with an 11-dart leg. He has to survive a match dart. But what a performance from Michael Van Gerwen, having to rally the last 3 legs. Rob Cross in fine form. He averaged over 102, but it wasn't enough. Michael Van Gerwen once again is in the US Darts Masters final. He's beaten Rob Cross by 7 legs to 6.
For 2-0. Double 16.
30.
Luke's going to feel under a bit of pressure here, although it's for the break of throw, it's to level back again.
Going to go 2 double tops. And gets it. Luke Humphries hits back straight.
I can't remember a better day for him. Well, perhaps being in the BDO World Championship final, but it's 1 match on 1 day. This is a lot of winning in a day right here.
Yeah, and he won the World Cup, of course, in the WDF system. He's done a lot of things in his career.
Yes.
But he's beaten Peter Wright and Nathan Aspinall this weekend already to get to this stage, and won the North American Championship. This is right up there.
This is
114.
The best he's ever been in many ways.
Is it getting better? Double 18 to make it better. It's going brilliantly for the silencer.
The flag loop to throw play.
Really, it's not surprising we see more and more injuries occurring.
100.
Hopefully not serious, though. Things you can work past and around.
140.
Well, it might just be my mind playing tricks on me, but he doesn't seem to be throwing at his top speed. I think he's just making sure that the action is okay without doing it
I think you're right.
mindlessly almost.
I see that as well, and I think you're absolutely right there. He's just being a little bit careful.
And maybe it'll work for him, because that was bang on. Well, this is magnificent, especially considering the circumstances for Luke Humphries. It's so easy when an injury turns up, particularly when he was behind at the time, to think, well, this isn't my night. But he has just popped in a 12-darter. And he follows it with another. 2 legs of absolute brilliance from cool hand Luke, whose shoulder is causing him more problems than his hand.
A shot.
51.
Doesn't make the 91 easy enough, but it does make Jeff Smith's visit harder, because he's back at 73. Same again.
Yeah, that was easy, right? That's a good marker, but apparently he had to move just a bit to use it better.
57.
Well, he's had 4 darts for the leg. He hasn't been able to take any of them. And Luke Humphries punishes. It is a breaker throw. It is a 4th leg on the spin. Now, he saw more than 98 in all competitions. I mean, that is elite level stuff. That puts him right up there. Only Gerwyn Price, who's here this weekend, has been averaging more than that for 2023.
Well, he dealt with him.
60.
Could have taken a bigger bite out of that.
60.
Humphries can't thread one through to the treble 20. To level the game. Treble 17 is not there. And Luke Humphries with a double chance shot.
50.
2 goes at treble 19. Only one of them needs to hit to give him a go at the bull.
And that's this one. And now the bull.
101.
Jeff, although he likes double 18, he'd surely love a tops right now more than anything.
We have a level game. The first semi-final went down to the wire.
To save his US Masters. He's got it started. Another of those. Well, he switched. And really didn't work out very well. And this chance to clinch it.
He'll get 1 dart to win it.
38.
And he drags it a long way wide.
36.
Yeah, with Jeff on that double 18 again. Does he ever miss this under pressure? No, is the answer. At least thus far. I'll be hoping for a 136 to leave 170. He's going to do better than that, perhaps.
139.
Jeff Smith is down to a finish. Rob Cross missed the ball for a 167 to win the match in the opening semi-final. Jeff Smith has the same opportunity. Can he get it right? Surely not! The silencer has stolen it away with a 167! This might be turning out to be the greatest darting weekend of Jeff Smith's life. Incredible scenes in Madison Square Garden as the Canadian Jeff Smith is in the final of the US Darts Masters.
Absolutely crazy stuff going on here. Luke Humphries was magnificent in that match up until the last leg would throw, and Jeff just hounded him all the way down until he got that chance. The 139 to set up the 167, and then the 167 successfully completed. Absolutely brilliant from Jeff Smith. As you noted, Michael Van Gerwen, he's found a way of late to get his best game out when he really needs it. In saying that, he had to survive a match start from Rob Cross, even with the 11-dart leg. So a bit of luck helps too.
60.
Two incredible semi-finals in a packed Madison Square Garden here in New York. 3,500 fans.
78.
Well, and the level of darts play we've seen, it's merited being packed here. They're probably trying to fight their way in to see what's going on here, the way the noise level's coming out.
103.
They've had their money's worth this evening, that is for sure, and we've still got one more game left. And Michael Van Gerwen with a signal of intent in that opening leg. 12-dart holder throw to strike first in this final. And the message to Michael Van Gerwen that you're not going to race away with this final.
405.
I like that last dart from Jeff.
That really is a useful dart on a lot of occasions at 1-2-1 and 1 dart in hand to go for the bull or 25.
96.
If he hits the treble, it's a double that he really favours. Although he's missed it tonight and he's not going to get a go.
60.
Van Gerwen for 3-0. Well, famous at the 11th, pin for double 7. 3 legs without reply. And
Jeff to throw first.
Van Gerwen in early control of this final. Michael will start down the bottom of the board. He's been on the receiving end of a 170 this evening. Would he add one of his own to put himself in complete charge of this final?
97. Michael Legrand, 170.
And he can almost play like it's a setup shot. He has to now. And he's doing just that.
81.
Pretty good
Jeff
visit.
144.
I saw Jeff earlier on, John, hit the first treble, but didn't stay there for the second one, did he? And it didn't pay off that time. This time it has. Can he convert the double?
126.
Played for double 18, just starting to let him down. 89 for 4-0 here.
Yeah, and double 16. That's not much help.
Good.
Doesn't matter.
Michael
He adjusts accordingly. Michael's nobody's fool. He doesn't squander good leads. Not very often, at least.
95.
Looking for a 140 for a 5th consecutive leg. Beaten by Michael Smith 8-4 on this stage last year. He won the inaugural US Darts Masters back in 2017 in Las Vegas, beating Darryl Gurney 8-6. But he's bossing this final. Needs this Smith, and he's not going to get a dart.
57. Michael Legrand, 80.
Looking so composed. He'll get 1 dart at tops.
Good to the 5th leg.
And look at that. Just so assured at this point to move ahead 5-0.
Game on.
And it's at a canter now.
Jim Long, who upset Michael Smith, and obviously Rob Cross, and then Jeff Smith, who upset Luke Humphries. He would have walked up there thinking, I should win this pretty comfortably. This won't be a surprise to him. And that's no disrespect to Jeff Smith. Without being at his best, it's still a ruthless display.
96. Michael Legrand, 104. $56.
Smith way back.
Yeah, he's finding it hard to find a reason any longer.
94. Michael Legrand, 48.
This is 7-0. Will be a break after this leg. I think Jeff would rather just crack on.
16.
Well,
Jeff Legrand,
another opportunity.
52.
That's for Jeff Smith. And it's not going to go. More chances for Van Gerwen to go 1 away.
140. Michael Legrand, 32.
7-0. It is
on the
7-0. And feel for Jeff Smith here. Yes, last evening, for a long day here, winning the North American Darts Championship, and then victories over Nathan Aspinall. Then brilliant victory over Luke Humphries with a 167 in the final, but this just seems a step too far. Michael Van Gerwen's done the right things at the right time. He often says that in his interviews.
134.
And he is cruising to victory here. He could do it in style. He's not going to do it on this visit.
58.
Well, it would be appropriate for Jeff to log a leg with a ton-plus finish. He did the treble 20 there, and this feels like an ending point
76.
for this tournament.
To wrap it up, two-match darts,
Game.
only
Shot.
needs one. A ruthless display from Michael Van Gerwen. An 18th victory on the World Series, a second here in the United States. Kudos to Jeff Smith, he's played a massive part. He just ran out of steam in that final, some big victories.
Time for our presentation. Would you please welcome the Chief Executive of the Professional Darts Corporation, Mr. Matthew Porter. And on behalf of our title sponsors, Bet365, it's Stephanie DeFlora. Well, ladies and gentlemen, a sensational week for our runner-up. Would you please show your appreciation as he receives his trophy, the silencer, Jeff Smith. And now, ladies and gentlemen, our winner, winning the trophy, and for the second time, we crown him the champion, making it 18 World Series titles. Ladies and gentlemen, we crown him the Bet365 US Darts Masters champion. Ladies and gentlemen, mighty Michael Van